Warning, the following video contains gratuitous amounts of opinion. So much opinion that you just might explode from there being too much opinion. Please, view this video with your own health in mind. Number 5. Akuma No Riddle. Takes place at Myojo Academy. Haru Ichinose has 12 assassins trying to kill her. Tokaku Azuma is a transfer student also targeting Ichinose. However, she gradually starts developing feelings for Ichinose. The studio is Diomedia. I have no idea who these people are, but the genus Diomedia contains giant seabirds like albatrosses. I think that's interesting. Do you? But in all seriousness, their works do include Ika Musume, which they produced, which is Squid Girl in English, which is about a girl with tentacles for hair, which I'm sure you can imagine where that goes. And then they also did Astarote no Omocha, which is Asteroid's Toy in English. And that is about a succubus who is trying to form a male harem because succubi need to consume the semen of male humans in order to retain their youth. That is a great track record for them. The genres for Akuma no Riddle, though, are action, school, and yuri. Now, the action and school parts, they sound pretty generic, like assassins in school trying to kill a girl. Really isn't anything special about that. What interests me is the yuri. Now, I'm not a Yuri fan by any means, unless we're talking about Yuri from Angel Beats, because she's adorable as hell. But in this case, we aren't talking about the character Yuri. I instead mean a girl-with-girl relationship. For the most part, I'm largely against ecchi, harem, and the fan service crap that's been disseminating throughout anime over the past few years. But I'm really hoping that this Yuri part plays more of a story element, kind of bond that brings together these girls. This is a pure relationship. I think that even if the other plot elements, like the school, action, and assassins, which are very common in anime and are pretty much tropes at this point, I think that Yuri could really tie all those together and make it feel like a new, different kind of anime. Anime number 4. Koku No Hilder. Ryoto Murakami let his childhood friend die in an accident. What a great guy! And feels obligated to complete his promise to prove that aliens exist. One day, a girl, Neko Kuraha, appears as a transfer girl in his class, and she just happens to look exactly like Ryoto's childhood friend. Neko turns out to be a magic user who's run away from a research lab. The studio who did Koku no Hilder, one of the most difficult names to say, is called Studio Arms. They've done delightful animes like Queen's Blade, Elfen Lied, which are both very happy and just well done animes, actually I don't know, and Wizard Barristers, which is an anime that is currently airing in winter 2014. They seem to have a large history of adult animation with lots of fan service or nudity and stuff, but I really can't say too much because I haven't actually watched any of their animes. I've just kind of heard stuff about them. What excites me about Koku no Hilder are the seinen and sci-fi and the mystery tags that are present. Now, seinen, for those of you who don't know, is a word that describes a demographic similar to shonen. But whereas shonen applies to male adolescents, seinen instead applies to adults who are around 20 to 46 years of age. The difference between seinen and shonen anime and manga is that seinen tends to have a deeper and more meaningful storyline, as well as themes that kind of run throughout the storyline that often critique society or elements about it. And I think that's really interesting, because most anime are just shonens, which are kind of action. They may have good stories, but oftentimes it's very shallow. Now, I'm not saying this about all anime, because there are animes like Full Alchemist Brotherhood, which obviously critique the way society is, but seinen tends to just go deeper, and very few animes are like that. And I think having an anime that does have a deeper theme will be really interesting. And it is mystery, which is very very uncommon, like the last mystery anime that I think was made is pretty much Hyoka. Or actually, no, there was one this season. I don't remember the name of it, but I didn't like it. This looks like I'm looking forward to this one. I think it'll be good. Number 3. Captain Earth. Daiji Mantu sees a rainbow floating above Seed Island. Compelled by his curiosity, Daiji goes to Seed Island alone. Thinking about his father's mysterious death and an encounter with a mysterious boy and girl, Daiji arrives on the island to hear the alarm of a building called Earth Engine going off, and a person asking him, "Are you the captain?" just as robotic invaders from Uranus called Kilt Gang arrive. Studio. Captain Earth is done by Studio Bones, which, I guess the studio is pretty indie. You know, they've only done small stuff like, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist, Soul Eater, Darker Than Black, Oran High School Host Club, Zetsuendo Tempest, Gossick, Number 6, Hero Man, you know, not that popular stuffs, really. I'm actually just kidding. Their stuff is freaking incredible. The genres of this is sci-fi and mecha, and like I said, one of the main reasons I'm looking forward to this anime is that it's done by Studio Bones. Incredible track record, just makes me excited whenever they air a new anime. And Bones always seems to do good anime, and the fact that they're doing a mecha makes me hopeful as precious few good mecha animes come out. Most of them are just kind of have bad stories and are focused too much on the mechs and making them kind of look cool, or they have fan service and are just not interesting, really. Essentially, I'm basically excited for this anime because I'm a huge fanboy of Bones. Basically, whatever they make, I watch. No point in hiding it. And also, it's pretty cool to watch giant mechs fighting giant robots. And the name Captain Earth makes me think that it sounds like Captain Planet, which, it probably isn't, but I can dream, okay? Number 2. Black Bullet. In the near future, humans have been exiled into a small area by a viral parasite known as Gastria. Among the despair, a boy, Rentaro, is part of the organization Civil Security that fights against the Gastria. Rentaro and his partner Enhu are able to fight the Gastria due to superhuman powers they have, leading to one day them being called by the government to prevent the destruction of Tokyo. Wow, Tokyo being put in the hands of children. Can't imagine that ever happening, or that being written. Studio is Kinema Citrus. They're pretty new. They were formed in 2008, and they really don't have that much under their belt. They co-produced both Tokyo Magnitude 8 as well as Eureka 7 Pocket Full of Rainbows with Bones. And alongside this, they recently did the anime's Codebreaker, which aired in fall of 2012, as well as Yu Yu Shiki, which aired in spring of 2013, just last year. The genres for this are mystery, sci-fi, and seinen, which, once again, the seinen. I think this anime actually just has a really interesting and intricate story. It has superpowers, dark story world, an interesting name, like Black Bullet, like just so vivid. It's not some long Japanese name that I have no idea what it is. This anime really kind of has it all. Especially since I find dystopian animes to be really interesting, and this one has one hell of a dystopia. Oh my god. All of humanity has been forced into a small corner of the world, living in utter terror of a parasite, and, most importantly, of course, the main characters will have only one name, Rentaro and Enju, meaning that they're probably orphans, have some horrible past to them, which, well, I'm sure will create a very interesting story, anime at one point. And if this anime can pull off animation and make it just really look good, then I think it'll easily become one of my favorites. Because good animation, and then a really good story, just like the perfect anime. Even though the studio behind it has very little experience, you know, Kinema Citrus, they were formed in 2008. Hopefully they learned something from working with Studio Bones, because Bones is, as you guys already know, the best studio in the world, or so I think. And also, like Goku Koku no Hilder, it has that seinen tag that really says to me, this story will be especially dark and especially interesting. So I'm really looking forward to this anime. Number 1. Soul Eater Not. Sugami Harudori is in the Not, normally overcome target, class of Death Weapon Meister Academy, a school dedicated to training weapons like Sugami and the Meisters who wield weapons. Sugami aspires to join the Eat class, a specially advanced talent class, but she will first have to find a master at the crazy Death Weapon Meister Academy. Studio of this is Bones! Studio Bones. Now, I know I've been gushing about the studio in 2 other animes, but damn, Bones just really does some incredible stuff. And the fact that they have 3 animes airing this season totally pumps me up. So, oh my god, just Bones gets me so excited. The genres for this, for Soul Eater Not, are comedy, ecchi, shonen, and supernatural. I'm actually really surprised that they had the ecchi tag, just because from what I've read the manga, like, it's one of the only animes that I've read the manga for, and I don't remember any ecchi scenes. Maybe there's 1 or 2, but it shouldn't really be a thing that makes it have a whole genre of it, but oh well. The reason I'm really happy for Soul Eater Not stems from the original series Soul Eater. Now, most animes get 1 or 2 seasons, usually 12 to 24 episodes, and then they have nothing more. Soul Eater got 51 episodes, and even though it botched the ending, was absolutely awesome. Soul Eater Not adds a second perspective on the whole world of Soul Eater, and particularly on Death Academy. To be able to get this additional depth allows for the worlds of Soul Eater to fill itself out even more. Whereas Soul Eater focused on the competent Meisters, Soul Eater Not instead focuses on the students who struggle with their studies, showing a completely different side of the Academy. This is also the only anime airing that I've read the manga beforehand, and even though the manga wasn't as good as Soul Eater, I definitely liked it. And more Soul Eater and Bones, and oh my god, that's just incredible. So therefore, this is definitely an anime that I'm looking forward to a lot. Thank you guys for watching my top 5 expected animes of spring 2014. There will be additional videos throughout spring 2014, in which I'll describe what animes I think are worth watching, why they're worth watching, and ultimately what are the top 5 animes of this season. Thank you guys for watching again, and remember, if you don't want your child to hate you, don't name them Neko or Cat.